I may not eat for 48 hours, and I'm not bothered.
Rest in peace. It hurts so bad.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know your mom.
No,
I've been depressed before. Man. I can't even say if I'm not depressed right now.
Clinically, did you
recently? That is recently. I was referred by NHS to a counsellor and all that.
But some of them actually have those thoughts sometimes. Like, I just feel like throwing this baby in.
Wow. Till I met Arsenal fan. God, bro, these people are lousy. It
was said that the past Sunday was Mother's Day.
This Sunday.
Yeah, this Sunday, Mother's Day. Anyway, before we delve into our discussions, as usual, let's welcome you to another episode of Two G's in a pod. One OG and one young G. But I mean, we love it that way, man. Yeah. Combining, last time I went to church, the pastor was talking about ideally, we're all divided, living in the same world, but somehow, each generation brings its uniqueness. It was like, if you needed to learn something recent about the world, ask a teenager, ask a 20-year-old. And then he talked about, wearing a chain. That had a chain he usually wears it, but he's always tucking it in. But one day his son told him, 20-year-old son told him, Dad, put this chain out. Let everybody see it. And guess what? He did. And, he went to church. Everybody was talking about the chain.
Compliments, yeah, definitely.
That was really strange for him. And he said if you wanted to learn about things, ask the granddads. They've got more experience. They know things. They know how to. So, I mean, we're all, whether you're an OG or a young G or a no G at all. Welcome to another edition. I mean, we're super excited to be hosting this, to be leading on dialogues, relevant dialogues for that matter. What's my name? What's my name?
I think sometimes when I see your name on Instagram and I see Seun Dosunmu, why did you put that O behind?
Well, I thought Seun Dosunmu is
too basic.
Well, not basic. Like you can tell there's somebody out there that is going to be Seun Dosunmu. So it was just
you're trying to avoid adding number or underscore.
Yeah.
At the end.
I might even change it.
Why? This matter, you don't know what you want.
Change is the constant thing.
Yeah, that's the only constant thing in the world.
I mean, I wake up tomorrow, I feel like I want to use all hashtags. Hashtag.
You go there, right?
Last. So, again, welcome to this wonderful edition. And we have loads of things to be talking about. Mother's Day, Mental Health Awareness Week, our upcoming events at the Care Inn, and what else? Arsenal almost losing.
They should have lost that game.
And Arsenal on the verge of winning the first Premier League in over 2 decades. I mean, Adewale is not going to like this, but sorry, we've got to start. So Mother's Day, I mean, our mothers tend to have loads of days in the year.
They deserve it.
They do deserve it.
They deserve it.
I think, again, the pastor was like, in church was like, it's Mother's Day in the US. It's Mother's Day in the... So, I mean, different countries tend to put forward their own Mother's Day. And so our mothers, I mean, they are the super heroines, right?
Yeah.
Or do you have a different view?
I think I would say I recorded one song in 2019. I titled it Yandora, and I did it for my mom. I released it on her birthday. That was in September of that year. That was when I released it, and it would shock you that when TikTok came and that song got added to TikTok, like in my artist profile, I've never promoted that song because, I made it for my mom. It is not like I made it for any other person. And I've never promoted it. I've never spent, I didn't spend a dime on this particular song. On TikTok, I think it has like 240 videos organically from people just using that sound. That goes to show that people are dedicating a lot of things to their moms. And even on my streaming profiles, like my Audiomack, Apple Music, Spotify, this is a song that's never been promoted, but it gets traction every now and then. On Audiomack, it is the most listened to song from me. Wow. Even apart from the songs that are promoted, like I'm saying organically, without promoting, without doing anything, this song gets traction every now and then. And I'm like, yes, I feel like mothers are not getting enough appreciation anyway, because it takes a lot to be a mom. I'm not a woman, but definitely I can speak for my mother to get. And I've seen a lot of moms as well. You know, we grew up in a place where they would say, Oju, men alone be more. Igba Oju lon ba ni wo. And most of that Igba Oju would be other women. Do you get? Most of the time. Do you get? Because there's something that is lacking in the society, which is they would say men are not taking their role enough, like the father figures. Do you get? But mothers, I feel like they are up to the task. And this thing, there's how they carry themselves from inception self. There's that protective nature from giving birth to you, like carrying you in their womb alone. I've seen videos where a woman gave birth to a child and she lost her sense of hearing. She lost her sense of taste. And I'm like, these are the things that these people actually go through. It is not be child's play at all. So somebody can, because they brought another life to this world, lose a part of themselves.
Sorry to like interrupt or interject. Because it's Mental Health Awareness Week, and for us, we're also having, an event dedicated for moms to discuss postpartum. I mean, this was not planned. To see how you're already delving into, those discussions that we need to put at the fore for moms, to justify why moms are, everything to us and why they should be celebrated. I mean, that was good hearing that from
especially for we male child or male children. We tend to love our mom in an extra way. Ideally, I'm not going to lie, a lot of boys, I mean, we have boys who are their dad's boy, do you get? But most, I think statistics actually kind of prove that there's this love that moms have towards their male children as well. And there's just a way that we also love them in return. I can go to any length to make my mom happy. Ideally, if I'm married, if my wife should give birth, I don't think I would be requesting for my dad to come. I would ask my mom to come instead of, do you get? So there's just that love. There's a way you want them around. There's a way we live our life trying to make sure that they are happy. And I know that even though we are men, there'll be a day that we'll talk about men. Obviously, there'll be a day, because I feel like men, we also need to take on a lot of things to do better. But today is about our moms.
Yes.
And
big shout out to all
the mothers in the world.
The ones deceased, the ones alive.
I don't believe in when people say
new moms to be.
Yeah.
I mean, all of you, we appreciate you.
You don't even have to give birth to be a mother, because some people just have that mother nature, that mother instinct. Some people have never given birth in their life, but the way they've taken care of other children, like maybe the child they adopted or the child they just know from one place or the other, the way they've done it is much more than somebody who has given birth. I mean, I'm not going to say, there are women in the world. When there's this argument where people say, this gender war that goes into, people are taking care of their moms, they're not taking care of their father. I'm not going to be doing that. And I'm not going to be mentioning there are women who abandon their children. Yes, it happens. They are humans. We don't know why that
factors, but situational challenges.
But women who, regardless of they've given birth to the child or not, still have that mother instinct. There's a reason why we call nature this word. There's a reason why they use the word mother. There's a reason why they describe a lot of things with the pronoun instead of E. Do you get? Even though it is like a patriarchy world kind of with what I believe, but there's a reason why moms are the ones, because there's a way they care for us. There's just that protective nature, that caring ability. If moms are not in our lives, I don't know what the world is going to be. And that extends to women naturally, because a lot of women tend to be mothers. A lot of men tend not to be fathers, because there's a difference between being a father and being the one that gives them money.
It's interesting to hear how philosophical you're getting from just talking about moms, trying to describe who a mom is and stuff. But I mean, to everyone nurturing somebody, to anyone who is caring for someone, and to anyone who has birthed a child at some point, I mean, big shout out to everyone. You are the one keeping this world going. I mean, we love you guys. Is there one thing you want to say about your mom? One thing, one special thing?
One special thing, she's the best woman in the world. She's the best woman. I mean, big love and respect to my mom. Her name is Fumilayo, so big love and respect to Mrs. Fumilayo Lebide. She's the best in the world. I mean, she would go to any length. I mean, growing up, I know what we went through, and I know what it took her to make me stay grounded. Because, you know, as a child, you tend to want to be stubborn. Big shout out to my dad as well, because my dad is a disciplinarian. That man to tear me beating. But, you know, there's just a way my mom corrected a lot of things for me, because she spent most time with us. There's a way she corrected a lot of things without having to beat me. There's just a way she did it, and I don't know how. You know that my mom never raised her hand for once to eat me. But my dad, hey, Jesus Christ, hey, Mr. Elegwede.
Today is not that time where we, go into beating.
Well, no.
Beating as a measure of
correction. But there's just a way my mom corrected a lot of things without having to beat me. I mean, yes, there are times when she spoke about, when she says, I'll report you to your dad, the fear of my dad. That one is there. But this woman, she too try. The days of nothing, and she will bring something out of. It is everything is by the grace of God, by the power of God. But I really love her so much. And in my song, I said I'm going to take her to America, take her to all the fine places in the world, buy a Rolls Royce. I don't have money for a Rolls Royce yet, but she knows it's coming. It's coming. It's on the way.
Nice.
I think it will be your turn to talk about your mom then.
For me, first, I mean, rest in peace. It hurts so bad.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know your mom.
No, it's fine. I mean, it hurts so bad, to be having this conversation at this time. But I would say, she was everything to me. She was my dad and my mom at the time, even though my dad was living his life, where he was. Rest in peace to him as well. He passed on as well. Wow. I mean, my mom showed a lot of, how do I put it now? She's the provider. She was the teacher. She wore many hats. And just like you said, she helped me with finding my feet, when it mattered most, as a young boy coming up with a lot of, you want to do so many things, but the corrections, the support, the little advice here and there, run your money, don't share, these kind of things. When you want to late night or more with the good up at you, I'm not coming home. I'm not shaking it. You must come home, but I mean, run your money, don't share. Even when she didn't know, why you were doing certain things, she would just, okay, it seems like you want to evolve into something I can't undo. But anyway, let me tell you this, run your money, don't share. So I mean, wherever you are in your head, you're thinking, my guy is on the late night, you're like, this is not what my mom wants.
Yeah.
And you try your best to say, okay, if I do this once, I don't think I'll do it again. And just like that, you start having those internal dialogues like, this is right, this isn't right.
Yeah.
This is not necessary, this is necessary, and then from there you make choices and become a man. So thanks to her, she was really, I still cherish her, I miss her. Even though we always fought.
Yeah, there would always be that. When you love somebody so much, there would always be those fights. Speaking of, guess who just texted me now? My mom.
Did you hear that?
I mean, she just texted me now. Like, good evening, how are you? That kind of check. Sometimes I can go days without talking to her. Sometimes I will do 1 week that I don't follow her talk for 2 weeks. But regardless of how I am, that constant thing, checking in on me, making sure I'm fine. I mean, big shout out to all my, I have cousins who are married now and they have children. Big shout out to all of them. Big shout out to, see. See.
Love. If we dedicate this entire episode to moms, it's not going to be a bad thing. But we already have a couple of things to also look into.
Okay, let's see.
Mental Health Awareness Week.
Oh,
in the UK.
You would know that. You would know that. I don't think I know that. By
the virtue of my job and my role in the community, as one who is very passionately driving mental health dialogues, I think you can say that.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're on Instagram, you're probably seeing ads pop up, runs for mental health and activity.
Yeah, even Premier League is doing something. Inside Matters or something. I think that's what they are pushing this year.
So this year's theme is Action for Mental Health. I mean, the way they come up with the themes every year is just like there are people actually sitting down, coming together to say, this is the next conversation. And it just makes sense. Recently, again, mental health was ranked number 1 public health issue. A lot of people are beginning to talk about it. And then there's the crisis of, no professional, or the wait list is long, or, every evolving concept from withdrawal symptoms to substance abuse to depression to schizophrenia, so much issues all in tied to mental health. So, I mean, it's making it more important. And then again, the statistics says 1 in 4 persons will suffer, a form of mental health issue in their lifetime. So it's something we should, if they say 1 in 4, we're just 2 here now.
1 in 4, that's like in 7 billion people in the world. That's like at least like over 1.8 billion.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, ideally, you could consider yourself being LD, like fully LD. You don't have any issue. You are good. You are fit. That's what you think. But inside here, you may not be fit. Do you get me? And it's everything comes from inside. If you are not okay inside, I mean, I've been depressed before in my life. I can't even say right now. I can't even say if I'm not depressed right now.
Clinically, did you?
I did. In actual fact, I was referred by recently. That is recently. I was referred by NHS to a counsellor and all of that. And there's just this thing where I know I don't like to eat, but it is abnormal when things are going on in my head and I'm not feeling okay. I'm not feeling good. I'm not even able to function. It kind of messes up with everything in my life. I may not eat for 48 hours and I'm not bothered. I'm not even thinking about it because there's just that thing that is in my head that is just affecting me. And it goes in every way to affect all my decisions. Even if it is trading or whatever, anything that I want to do, even if it is to make money, it just impacts. It limits my ability to function, to do that thing the ideal way that I'm supposed to do it. So as somebody who has been through depression, and I used to say when I was younger, I used to say, oh, I would never be depressed. I mean, there's this thing that comes with when you move to a new country as well. You are not seeing your family the way you used to. I mean, ideally, in Nigeria, I would always see my family every blessed day. I would see my friends, go out, have fun. But in this country, you cannot do it. You have to walk.
Be intentional about catching up.
and I have a problem, I am not somebody who likes stepping out. I'm very, very comfortable being indoor. Mm-hmm. Do you get? I would rather be indoor recording, making music, doing something else, playing games on my phone, doom scrolling, or reading. So, but there's just that thing that affects me when you're not able to step out and converse with people, have discussions with humans. Because I've realized that recently, since I started speaking out, like speaking to people, talking, laying out whatever it is that is bothering me, it kind of relieves me. Do you get? I know you'd know much more about that because I know I've spoken to you a couple of times about how I'm feeling. There was a day I remember, thank you so much for that I told you, I don't know how I'm feeling. I don't think blah, blah, blah. And you were like, oh, do you want to come to the center? Let's just hang out. Let's see. And stepping out kind of helped. Do you get? So because I'm comfortable in my skin, I tend to just go through that. And it is not a good thing. So I would say for anybody going through things, converse with people. I know the world has become so delicate now, and I know why people keep things to themselves. Before it used to be a case of a problem shared is half solved. But now people would say, oh, if you share your problem, gist. Do you get? But regardless of that, and I feel like that is one place that we are failing. Maybe in Africa, or let me speak for Nigeria, because they would say, oh, men don't talk. Men don't do this. I'm not trying to speak for men and all of that. But even women now are saying, oh, I cannot tell my friend my problem. I cannot tell them what I'm going through because they'll just go and gist people and all of that. And I know it is very difficult. But if you can afford to pay people who would listen to you, do it. If it is to speak to your religious leaders, your pastors, your imams, I think they are bounded by duty to keep whatever you tell them private and safe. Do you get? So speak to people as much as you can, because you cannot go through this life carrying a ticking time bomb in your head, which is what I see mental health issues as. If you carry them in your head, trust me, every other thing in your life would not function.
Wow. You have just shared, one of the actions you can actually take in addressing mental health issues. I mean, speak out, seek professional help. In fact, you've shared more than one. Speak out, seek professional help. For me, as a mental health, evangelist or whatever,
practitioner,
as someone, I also work in that space as well, where I offer, culturally sensitive mental health support, where we bring in that, African supporting African, or African supporting, a Caribbean. But I mean, my journey, started out of just concern, where I was asked to speak to some injection drug users. And I was like, whoa, injection drug users in Nigeria, like, that's not possible. Anyways, they were all in Surulere at that time. Spoke to about 20 of them. Like, speak to them was just to encourage them to quit doing drugs. But I obviously knew, while I was speaking, I knew it's deeper. Their issues are deeper than, just encouraging them. Obviously, a couple of them probably lost their jobs, lost a close relative, or something drastic, must have happened before they got to that point. So they needed clinical help, not just words of advice. Right there, I knew, there's a lot to do in terms of advocacy. And that's how I started this whole journey. Wow. I'll tell you that, in my over a decade of doing this, I've met people have talked to me about postpartum depression, bipolar disorder, suicidal ideations. And all of this just tends to validate the struggles of people with mental health issues. So every time I get that chance to provide listening here or to create that safe space for anyone, I jump on it, So yeah,
well, next what? I said, well done for doing that.
That's just one of the things we can do, man. Yeah. So in the next couple of weeks, obviously through the organizations I collaborate with, we have a quite a number of things to do to support, people's mental health. We'll be having some free massage sessions. We'll be having, Artwell, which is about bringing together creativity and wellness to support moms.
To occupy the mind.
To support moms and also create that safe space for them to talk about things, how they felt. You were talking about postpartum earlier. The changes, the possibility of losing your hearing.
Like
for
a lot of
dating
sense.
somebody, some of them become overweight, gain weight,
and they lose confidence in themselves as well.
A couple of women have scars and all that. There's that fear, PTSD around, I'm not going to do this again. Never going to do this. Those horrific experiences, and yet, men don't seem to understand how these things work. They worsen their situation, argue, walk out, file for divorce. In the midst of all this, imagine a new mom telling you, I feel like throwing my baby away. You will never believe that can ever happen, or someone can ever have that thought. Because you're like, you just give birth, you should be happy.
You should care for them, you should love them.
But some of them actually have those thoughts sometimes, like, I just feel like throwing this baby away.
Wow.
It's what happens to some of them. And those are some of the emotional, issues, the trauma, the response and we don't understand. So that's why mental health is not just, let's talk depression only. There are tons of, illnesses that, we should also understand. Mental Health Awareness Week. Please, anyone out there who's struggling, who feels like they need support, you can, like you said...
you can give them your number. We'll put it on the screen.
Speak to a professional. We'll put on the screen some organizations you can contact.
Yeah.
And then if you can slide in our DMs. If you feel like you need, that conversation where you don't want a lot of people to judge you. We don't judge, we listen.
Yeah.
We listen, try our best.
We listen, we don't judge.
To signpost you to organizations that might offer you the kind of support that you need. But overall, we all need to be active, supporting one another.
Yeah.
We all need that. We all have a role to play.
We all have I think that's the word there. We all have a role to play, because we cannot just say it is even for the professionals alone. We are not professionals, but you need to just watch out for the closest person to you, your neighbors, your friends. When you see people outside struggling, I know it's a delicate world now, and people can, because of that, take advantage and all of those things. But I pray for the spirit of discernment to know when to help and when not to. But as much as you can, we have roles to play. We have things to do to make life better for the next person. And I know social media has also kind of pit us against each other, because you mentioned the point, and I just want to quickly touch base on it, which is a new mom is probably going through postpartum depression and all of that. And because of they've gained weight, the men would probably be like, I'm not interested in this woman anymore. And they start going out with the freshest chick outside that they can meet and all of that. Or maybe they file for a divorce, or maybe even their request. Some men are not considerate to understand that when your wife just gave it, there's a reason why the corporate system gives a woman 1 year as, maternity leave. When men do not understand what their wife is going through, and there's a way social media kind of just caused this gender war, and it takes away a lot of our emotional intelligence. Do you get? And there's this thing where, because your wife is not maybe looking her best self, then you start looking outside, you start looking at other women, and the moment you start engaging with those posts, even if you're not liking it, that's the crazy thing with algorithm now. Even if you're not liking it, the moment you are looking at them, staying too long on it, it captures you looking at that, and it continues feeding you that. Then you start, this chick is figure 8, sexy, but my wife is looking fat, this and that. And it just kind of messes things up. Do you get? So there should be, I don't know if you can do it for us, after speaking to mothers and how to deal with like the new moms and how to deal with postpartum and all of that, if there's something we can do to teach the fathers as well, the dads, the men, how to help their women in that time. Because at the end, it is going to be the two of them in the same house. No matter what you teach the women, they still have to live with the man in the house and how to support them. So those are the ways where we can know that it's our responsibility to look out for the closest person to us. And moving on from that, today, there's a reason why I want to say this thing. I don't want Arsenal fans to be depressed. I don't want them to be depressed.
They are already suffering PTSD
because they don't win.
Coming second, coming very, very close to winning, and then
I hope they still come second. I'm saying this, even though they won by Ojoro today, because this is something, and Premier League should find a way, because you cannot just in the middle of the season now want to change something that you've allowed for a long time. There's
Who
just
is allowing what?
Okay, so let me paint the scenario for you. I'm very sure you saw the game today.
Yes,
they disqualified that West Ham goal, and I believe, in my opinion, that goal should have stood. Why?
Okay.
This is the same thing Arsenal has done. They've scored at least 15 goals from corners.
I think 17.
I'm just saying, okay, 17.
I think 17.
But at least like 60% of those goals from corners had a lot of grabbing, and all of that in the box 18, and their goals were not disallowed. Today, when this whole thing was happening, Declan Rice was not even looking at the ball at all. He was held on to another player. And I'm like, Arsenal would not do this thing in Europe. When they are playing in Europe, they kind of comport themselves a little bit. You know, there's just this, and I get it. They used to be soft and weak, and that's why they did not win a lot of games before. I mean, I'm not talking about this season or the last 2 seasons. They've been one of the best and consistent teams in the past seasons. I give that to them. But they used to be soft and weak. So they kind of now had to develop all of these theatrics. It is like they used to play this beautiful football that we all used to love. But all of a sudden, they became Stoke City of the Premiership. They will probably be the worst champion if they ever win the league. I'm rooting for Manchester City.
What you just said now is the same thing Mikel said.
Yeah, they'll probably they'll probably be the worst champion, and that is fact. But me, as a person, I do not want them to win. It's not like they are not deserving of it.
You see, as a
Chelsea fan, exactly. My wishes for this year, Chelsea is ruined already. I accept that. If you want to bash me in the comments, talk about Chelsea. It no fit pay me. See, person way nothing they pay, no be me. But Arsenal, I don't want them to win the league, and I want Spurs to go down. And the game today would have changed that. The West Ham game would have changed it. If only West Ham had won that game, it would have been, because I don't think Tottenham would beat Leeds tomorrow on Monday. So if West Ham had won today, they would have been out of that zone and slip Tottenham back into the place.
I never doubted Arsenal winning that game. I knew it would be tough. But I mean, they've been grinding results, and you have to give that to.
Well, that's what champions will do. I mean,
grinding results at crucial. They've scored 88 minutes. They've scored 90 minutes. I mean, that's you playing the entire match, pushing to score, and for that, I think they deserve to win at least one.
One. I thought they were talking about quadruple before. From quadruple
to... The reality is they have just 2 tournaments left.
No, the reality is they have their hand on one. I'm not talking about Champions League for them.
Because of the mental health of Arsenal fans, I'm concerned. They've been through hell. The other day I saw, Twitter was created in 2006.
And they've never said...
And no Arsenal fan has tweeted.
They've never said
champions of, it's really, I mean, no jokes. I'm really rooting for them.
Is that because of their mental health?
Number one.
We know they hear that one for you.
And for being consistent.
Consistently second.
Yeah, being one of the consistent and hardworking teams. You guys deserve it. something controversial, and I think I'm going to talk about it.
Okay.
Declan Rice played right wing after.
That is the shittiest and one of the most stupid decisions I've ever seen a manager make in their life.
Interesting.
Because tell me why. See, I have this opinion, and maybe it is from my knowledge of football. I'm not like I'm the best. I don't know anything about football. Let's say I don't know. But I believe the best player in your team is who you create your playing style and everything around. And right now, I believe Declan Rice is the best player for Arsenal. Yeah, big shout out to Raya. He's a very decent goalkeeper.
Yeah.
But Declan Rice is the standout. This guy literally played throughout the season without... I think maybe if he missed 1 or 2 games, it is probably because they rested him, not because... And most of those games he even came on. So why would you now lose your right back? And the next thing you do, because before that switch, Declan Rice was actually... Like, there's a control he has on the game and all of that. Then all of a sudden you push him to right back, and West Ham came in back into the game. And there's this thing about football. If West Ham had scored 1 or 2 goals during that period, we would be talking about how shit that decision is from Mikel Arteta. I know you corrected it like after.
So this is my own view, right?
Okay.
I understand there's an ideal thing to do for in some situations.
Okay.
Right? As the coach, as the manager of the team, who has 22 players playing in and out, I mean, like rotationally, but you've got standard 11 and then substitutes. This guy knows what he's doing.
Okay.
He consulted with Gabriel Enze and the other guys before they agreed to having Declan Rice play that position. Okay. And for me, I believe if you say you have a team, everyone should be willing. There's just one goal.
Okay.
We want to win. And I'm going to do anything for the team to win. I think Arteta did a good job today. This last match, he did a good job. That decision is not the ideal, not what everyone expected. But as a manager, he tried and tested something new.
Okay.
He must have learned a lesson today. And I think that was brave.
You should do that in the Champions League final.
And to Declan Rice for not even lamenting to play that role.
No, he's a good lad.
Those are the kind of players we need. You don't want an Mbappe that will walk out.
Imagine Vinicius Junior.
That will walk out on the team. That's not the kind of
behavior. To defense, those ones
that's not the kind of behavior we want on the pitch.
He's a proper lad.
So at the end of the day, I hope Arsenal wins in a couple of weeks.
Are you saying you want them to win the 2 competitions?
Yes, I'm rooting for them. I want Arsenal to win the Champions League for the first time. For the first time, and I hope Arsenal will win, the Premier League at least for the first time in over 2 decades. I'm not. Disclaimer: I'm not an Arsenal fan.
I can live with them winning the league, maybe like last, but I don't want them to be champions of Europe. No, because their run to the final is the easiest anyone has ever gone through. Do you get me? Like, if only they played like Barcelona, at least would have said, okay, they've gone unbeaten, they've not lost a game. So it doesn't, to me, they would not be deserving champions. Look at PSG. PSG whip everybody. Carry Chelsea V, carry Bayern V, carry Liverpool. And that's the same thing they did last year.
Remember that the format has changed from 32 teams to 48 teams. And somehow, and this is the first season, actually.
No. This is not
the 48 teams.
I think it's been since
last season. This is the second, and they have emerged, finalists. I think that's brave.
No, it's good, but hopefully they don't win. Hopefully they don't win. So my prediction:
as a Chelsea fan,
Arsenal to lose Champions League, Arsenal to lose Premier League to Manchester City. Because see, let me tell you why. It is not just because I'm a Chelsea fan. I used to believe Chelsea fans are the loudest. They are the ones that make noise. Until I met Arsenal fan. God, bro, these people are lousy. So the reason why they were not lousy before was because their team was not playing well. That time that they were struggling, that anybody can beat them. They used to be very meek and humble. They always say that thing. Go no person behavior until things they go well for him. But these people they are too loud.
But in 2006, we had a glimpse of who Arsenal fans are.
Did you see how? Even though I think I was very young then, but did you know how they are?
They were all over the place.
All over the place.
Yeah.
Now imagine. They've not been successful since 2006. I think they've won maybe one or two FA Cups here and there, but those ones are not major. But these people are too loud. They've not even won these cups yet. They are telling us, okay, have you seen their takes? Somebody, there's this, I can't remember his name right now. He said, Saka is better than this one. Declan Rice is the best player in the world. If this Arsenal should win, I think it is one of their legends, Aaron Wright, that said this one. If Arsenal should win, they should be considered the best Arsenal team, the unforgettable team to have done it. And I'm like,
if they win the Champions League.
Do you realize that these people are winning at a time when a lot of the other big boys are struggling?
So Liverpool, listen, let me. What you're doing is unfair.
How is it unfair?
There are fixtures. They already have these things played out. You are in this group. You are on this pot. You win this. You move on to the next. When
I'm talking about the league. I don't even care about.
You see, right, it's 38 games. We all know.
Okay.
Whether a team, we don't. We can't have all teams. Playing well every season. Liverpool won the league last season. Mm-hmm. Look how they are playing this season.
That's what I'm talking about.
Manchester United looked like they will not.
Even City is not
make top 4. And look at Manchester has literally sealed 3rd position. So, yeah. I mean, it's the Premier League. And that's why it's the Premier League. So, Arsenal, please don't disappoint.
I'll come back to I hope they chop your eyes. And with that, thank you guys for watching us. Thank you guys for listening to us.
Still the 2 Gs in the pod. Again, it's the Mental Health Awareness Week. The theme says action for mental health. Please, we'll be having a couple of events, Sip and Paint.
We're going to put the address for
postpartum recovery for moms. And we'll be having, what else again? We have another event anyway, Sip and Paint. The Redeem Reset, quite a number of activities to help support people in the community and promote mental health. So thank you guys for listening. We hope that the comments this time, from all the discussions would overwhelm us and we'll have more engagement.
So stay happy and stay jiggy. Yeah.